Good morning, everyone. Today, I want to talk about something very close to my heart, something that defines most of us, something that shapes our mornings, our evenings, our weekends, and our lives in ways we rarely pause to appreciate. Today, let's talk about the superpower that most middle-class people carry silently, the art of balancing dreams and duties. You see, for a long time, I believed that life was about choosing between two things. Either you pursue your dreams relentlessly, fearlessly, like they show in the movies, or you fulfill your duties as expected towards family, towards society, towards what is normal and safe. But as I grew up, coming from a middle-class family myself, I realized something magical. The real strength is not in choosing one or the other, but in carrying both on your shoulders gracefully, steadily, like a warrior who doesn't drop either sword. Most of us sitting here or watching this or listening belong to that space. We are the sons and daughters of families where every rupee counts, where dreams are secretly nurtured but rarely spoken loudly at the dinner table because electricity bills, education fees, and medical expenses fill that space first. We are people who learned to calculate the cost of a pizza in the same breath as the cost of petrol to go to work. People who learned that passion must come wrapped in responsibility. But let me tell you something beautiful. This balance is not a weakness. It is not a limitation. It is a superpower. When you come from a middle-class background, you are not just chasing dreams. You are learning patience, resilience, prioritization. You are learning the ability to endure delayed gratification, the skill to wait and build your foundation before you fly. You are learning to water your roots before reaching for the sky. I remember when I first started dreaming of modeling, I was tall, athletic, and awkward in all the right ways, and people said, "Oh, she could be good." But there was fear, there were responsibilities. There was this silent voice in the room that said, "But what about stability? What about a secure job like your friends are aiming for? What about family expectations?" My father was a sportsman. He knew dreams come at a cost. But even then there was hesitation, because that's what middle-class life teaches you, to value every decision. Because one wrong move can cost the whole family's peace. And so I learned to balance. I did not throw away duty in the name of dreams. I did not abandon dreams for the sake of duty. I learned to carry both. And let me tell you, it's hard, it's heavy, but it builds muscles you didn't know you had. Balancing dreams and duties is like standing on a tightrope every day. You wake up and you decide whether the little money you saved this month will go to upgrading your skills or paying the house rent. You decide whether to rest or to hustle one more hour when the world is asleep. Every day is a test. Every day demands choices. But here's the secret no one tells you. Every time you make these small sacrifices for your big dream, every time you choose your future over your comfort, you are building something unbreakable inside you. Something that cannot be taken away, no matter what life throws at you. The world looks at glamorous success stories and thinks they happened overnight. They did not. Every successful middle-class person you see is standing on a mountain of small, painful, silent sacrifices. Skipped outings, sleepless nights, learning new skills while juggling day jobs, saying no when it would have been easier to say yes. They carry an invisible weight on their shoulders, and yet they stand tall. You see, dreams are beautiful. They sparkle, they dance in your mind when you're alone. They make you smile when no one is watching. But dreams without discipline are just fantasies. Dreams without duty are like birds without wings. It is the middle-class discipline, the duty, that gives your dreams the weight to fly. I've seen so many young people torn between these two worlds. Some are too afraid to dream because they fear disappointing their parents, their society, their own expectations. Some are dreamers without responsibility, reckless, impulsive, lost in fantasy, unwilling to do the hard daily grind that real success demands. Neither of these paths leads to joy, but the ones who walk the middle path, the ones who dare to dream but also bow to duty, those are the ones who win the long game. I know it's exhausting sometimes. I know you wake up tired because you worked late after office to study for that online course. I know you miss birthdays because you're saving up for a business idea no one else believes in yet. I know you have to say not today to friends because your goals need your time. I know your family sometimes does not understand the fire in you, and society thinks you're slow because you're building carefully, brick by brick, when the world is obsessed with speed. But I promise you, one day it will make sense. One day the world will see the tower you built while they were busy laughing. One day the stability you created will allow you to fly higher than those who rushed without roots. One day the patience you developed will make you unstoppable. The middle class is not a cage. It is a training ground. It is where the strongest people are forged. Because when you are born without luxury, you are born with hunger. And hunger builds champions. You learn to make the best of what you have. You learn to respect time because you can't afford to waste it. You learn to value relationships because they are your real wealth. You learn to be humble in success and graceful in failure because you've tasted both. And you learn empathy. You understand the struggles of others because you have struggled. You become kinder, stronger, wiser. Not because life was easy, but because some people say the middle class dream is to escape the middle class. I disagree. The real dream is to rise and yet stay grounded. To win and yet stay human. To succeed and yet stay humble. To earn and yet give back. To fly and yet remember the soil that made your wings strong. So if you are standing at that crossroad today, torn between duty and dream, take heart. You don't have to choose. You can do both. You must do both. Wake up early for your job, come home and work on your side hustle, pay the bills, save for your future, support your family, build your vision, make small progress every day, balance like a warrior, carry your responsibilities with pride, and let your dreams burn bright inside you. It's not a race, it's a marathon. You don't have to win in one day. But you must not stop. You must not give up. You must not believe the lie that says you're stuck because you're middle class. You're not stuck. You're training. You're becoming unbreakable. I want every young girl and boy sitting here to know you are not small because you come from a simple background. You are mighty. You are extraordinary. You are capable of greatness precisely because you know how to work hard, how to sacrifice, how to plan, how to endure. And when you make it, and you will, remember this journey. Remember the nights you cried quietly into your pillow because you felt the weight of expectations. Remember the dinners you skipped to save money for your project. Remember the double shifts, the lost vacations, the moments of doubt. Because these are the fires that forged you. I stand here today because I walked that road. And I promise you, on the other side of patience, there is reward. On the other side of sacrifice, there is joy. On the other side of balance, there is greatness. So hold your dreams close. Honor your duties. And walk forward. Slowly. Steadily. Proudly. Because balancing dreams and duties is not a burden. It is your superpower.